Hello, chat. Good morning. It is, as you can tell, well, actually, no, you can't tell, but it is 9 a.m. for me, and I am tired. But I wanted to get the stream started. I just want to make sure that I'm live. Not saying I'm live. I don't know how true that is. It does say I'm live. Then why are you lying to me? Lying to me. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, for whatever reason, it's not showing in the dashboard for live streaming that I'm live, which is weird. I haven't seen that happen before. I'm just going to pretend that nothing is wrong. Oh, no, there it goes. Hey, now I can see. Well, it's about dang time. So, as title of stream suggests, we are going to get ready with preparing what to make for the Dokibird Game Jam. And here's the thing. I do not know what to make. So, we're going to have to figure out something to make. Sorry, I'm trying to make things in a way that I like on my side. That makes sense to me. Not going too well. Anyways, let's see which one's the correct one. I think it's this one. Yeah. All right. So, first thing that we have to do is select the game genre. So, let's add text. Picking game genres. All right. So, what kind of game genre should we have? I'm not 100% sure on which game genres we should have. Like, immediately, I was thinking maybe puzzle. I know that's sort of a controversial one, not just like, not just like in game development, but like in general, because it's hard to do a good puzzle well. Instead of it just being like, was it? Instead of it being, like too little information to solve. So it's just like, oh, you know, being difficult from lack of information instead of like say Portal where you have all the information that you need to solve the puzzle. It's just how to get across there. I've seen a lot of games where they give you a lack of information and not all the information is in the same area that you need. So it's also thinking platformer. I recently watched Smitty play Thank Goodness You're Here. So actually what kind of genres? Adventure, I guess. So adventure. What are some other genres? There's part of me that does not want to deal with very controversial, especially for Doki. There's part of me that does not want to do, what's it called? An FPS game. I want it something to be not necessarily unique, but whenever I think of Doki, I think of FPS games. And if a lot of people go with FPS games, then it's going to be an uphill battle, in my opinion. So hopefully, if I stay away from that aspect, it might stand out a little bit more. That could be completely wrong on my part, but that is currently my thought process of what kind of game to make. What else? What else? I'm trying to find a good audio balance for the music as well. Let's see. Let's start looking at some genres from my Steam playlist. I do not own Cult of the Lamb. I'm actually sharing that game. I don't know how much I want to do a roguelike. I think for a game jam, I don't think a roguelike is very feasible. I don't know really much of anything about network gameplay, so that's also out of the question. I already put in platformer, right? Yeah, I did. Having a tower defense? Absolutely not. Hmm. What kind of genres are considered in like a game like this? Simulation, strategy, physics. Well, buckshot roulette. What was in there? Dark gambling, horror. Gambling? Nah. Let's go gambling. Oops. Wait, is Bulletstorm not on Steam? Oh, interesting. Interesting indeed. Yeah, Call of Duty. Casual Crashers. I should decide between 2D and 3D. I kind of want to do... I can decide that later. The problem with doing like... Well, either of them I'll have to worry about doing animations for. And I can't really think of like a good way to do 2D animations. I'm not going to put in my actual birth date. I'm not going to worry about it being a Souls-like. What kind of game is Cook Serve Delicious? Time management? Let's see. I'm not, well, I guess I'll take a peek at what genres. Hack and slash? Nah. But Devil May Cry, was that considered also a hack and slash? I would like to do an action game, but once again, it comes down to animations and how would I go about getting those if I were not to use like Mixamo or something like that. I think Mixamo is like my biggest thing on finding animations that I would want. Having a first-person game would also be a thing that I have to consider between those three. But I think for the sake of it being a Dokibird Game Jam, I'd want it to be either 2D or 3D to show the fact that you are Doki, or playing as Doki, or someone affiliated to Doki, like Dad. I'm not gonna do a rhythm game. What kind of stuff is in A Hat in Time? 3D platformer, collectathon. It takes two. What kind of game is Life is Strange considered? Choices matter, story rich. Yeah. For big studio, I can understand like making a game where choices matter, but for like an indie dev, I'm not a big fan of choices matter. Choices Matter is too vague. My capstone team for college or university, they wanted to do a game where choices matter, and it just, no. I could do like resource management. It sounds neat, but I don't know how I would be able to properly execute it. I'd like to do parkour, but once again, it comes down to animations. I'll just see what 9 souls. Metroidvania. My noodle brain is like not very capable of thinking of like a good Metroidvania, of like being able to come back to locations. Yeah, beat him up. I mean, I could do something like Plants vs. Zombies, because I feel like that would be pretty easy to make, honestly. Because when you think about it, all you really need to do is program the individual tiles, make sure that they're able to be set on the tiles. Like, for instance, you can have a boolean or something like that, or because this creature right here, they can only be placed in, these ones can only be placed in water, so if this is over this square, then you can place, if or if this is over grass, do not place. If over water, place. Very simple. There'd be some things like what's it, like the chili? I'm not 100% sure how that would work. It probably wouldn't be too difficult. You could potentially have this as an array. I don't know. I guess I can put, I guess that is considered a tower defense. I don't know if I spelled that correctly or not. Yeah. I can have also platformer. Let's see. What about raft? Survival. Recore. I already have platformer. River City Girls. That's, I know that's going to be a beat 'em up. Action. Hmm. Look up story rich. Yeah, the thing about um a game jam is you're not, I mean, you have to be pretty knowledgeable of or pretty passionate about writing in order to create a story rich game. What's Super Meat Boy? Precision platformer, yeah. I know it's gonna be a puzzle, yeah. Let's see. I could make it turn-based. Oh, shit. If I make it turn-based, I'd probably want it to be like this game or something like Mario Rabbids. But I really like the stamina system in this game. But I don't know how I'd go about creating something like that. I don't know why, I just find the tag epic very funny. Uma Musume. You know what? Should I? I'm trying to think of. Like, what if it was like a point and click adventure? The tower defense is already like technically a point and click. I've been playing a lot of Disney Golf recently. I ain't gonna lie. I've been playing a lot of Disney Golf. Should I put action? That I guess I'll put action. Management. Resource management. I don't like the idea of those two being in there. Point and click. Why not? Let's go absolutely batshit wild with it. Turn-based. I'm looking at my stack of PS2 games right now, honestly. I see SSX3 racing. The problem with racing is you're gonna need AI. You're gonna need some computers to play against. And I don't know if I want to do that. I could make a Dokibird game similar to like Jack or Treasure Planet or something like that. Hello, Mr. Yep. I am indeed back. I don't know how often the streams are going to be, but we can certainly try. Did I put action? I did put action. The penguin guy. I don't remember. I'll keep it a stack. I've been so busy. Ooh, mini games. I saw Shrek Treasure Hunt. And I was like, hell yeah. Cause that's all, that game is just all mini games. What's the difference between open world and sandbox? I think, pretty sure Jack and Daxter is considered sandbox. Sandbox versus open world. Oh, batteries at 1. Charge your phone, dog. I don't want AI overview. Give me Reddit. All right. Let's see. Apparently, let's see. Open world outside, free roam. You got that thing. I'm gonna assume. Because when I think of like sandbox games, I think of games where you have a defined area that you can play in. You can do what you want, but only in that area. So I assume Jack and Daxter would be something like that, and then got something like Grand Theft Auto, or you can explore the entire city, and you can do whatever you want. Like, I know for older GTA games like GTA 3, you had loading screens to access different areas. But yeah. I mean, if I do like a platformer, that's pretty much already. So I do want to do 3 genres, but I don't know 2 of them. I think I would want to do a platformer, but I don't know what kind of other. Let's just do game genre list. List of game genres. Shooter, first person hero shooter, shoot 'em ups, fighting, beat 'em, stealth, survival rhythm, adventure. I don't know how many people would want to do a text-based adventure game. The younger generation is already having a very difficult time paying attention with reading and stuff like that, so interactive. I already have puzzle game, breakout clone, yeah. Logical game, physics game. Okay, Peggle. I was like, how come it didn't include Peggle in popular physics-based logic puzzle games? But I guess if you're specifically about collision, then yeah, Peggle. Puzzle platformer. I guess I could add like exploration. I mean that's kind of what adventure is. It's just flavored a little bit differently. I don't know how. I mean, I guess a lot of turn-based games end up being an RPG. It would be nice to have a racing game, but there's a lot of other characters that I would have to add besides Doki, and I don't know how well that could work. I mean, I could have something like a Tony Hawk sort of game, but like, or Skate. I think it'd be closer to like Skate, but like even then. I could make a gacha game. Woo! I could make a Christian game. Oh, why didn't I think of that? Doki's known for her Christian friendly streams. Oh. Okay. I don't know. I feel like this is a decent amount. I need a... I'm trying to find the list. So what I'm currently looking for is I made, oh, here it is. The okay. I don't remember what, so I don't remember the context for this, but essentially a based game is literally teaching someone how to play the game. So even if there was someone like Dark Side Phil to play our game. Okay. I can't really think of any other genres to potentially add to this, so I think I might have it there. Alright. Let's see what the first spin is. Alright. First one is based. Alright, so we got... So we teach the player how to play the game. Tower defense, do I really want to? I know I was saying how I wanted that, but I don't have a good concept of how I would do that. I'm just going to say done, because I think I might veto that. I'll give myself 3 vetoes. So I'm down to 2 vetoes. You son of a bitch. We're not counting that. Alright, so we currently have based and adventure. Do I want to have add in platformer as well? Actually, no, I already said that I wanted platformer, so I don't know why I spun again. So I think we're going to do platformer. All right. Let's write this down in our Lord and Savior notepad. So we have game genres. So we got based, which is teach player how to play the game. I think this also came from our capstone, where we didn't decide to add in a tutorial level until like the very end. And then we did adventure. Example. Thank goodness You're here. And then lastly is going to be platformer. What'd I say? I know I said 2D and 3D. I thought there was another one that I thought of. I know that I think I talked about first person, but then I was like, no, I want to make sure that you can play the game. Or you can tell that you're playing as Doki or someone related to Doki. So next would be between 2D and 3D. I would like to have a 2D game, but I think it would have to be 3D because of the lack of art skills that I have. So there's that. All right. Player. We could do Doki. And then NPCs. We'll have Dad, we can have Mint. Let's see. Trying to think of like other characters. Alright, let's come back to here. Let's add text. Alright. Game text. So we'll have game genres. And that is I'm just gonna copy what I have right here. There's no reason for me not to. Outline. Make the outline size like 5. Outline color, that's gonna be black. We'll make it like 10. We'll make it 50. Okay, fine, we can't go that high. We'll go 20. We'll go 30. We can't go that high. Go 29. Can't go that high. 27. Nope. 27. Nope. Best we can do is 20. Alright. Understandable. Have a great day. I gotta really shrink this down. How's that looking on stream? I don't know. I think it looks good enough. I can always increase the size. And then we'll lower it to uh 128 for the font size. Save. There. All right. What other games or what other NPCs? I was thinking Doobie. I'm now realizing the problem with this is that if I did this, then I will come into the problem of needing 3D models for all of them. What if I just had Dad, but with different hats? I don't know. I think I'll figure something out. So we'll add Doobie. We'll add. Who else do I have in my? Who I'm sub to? Nimi. Nimi would be one as well. Who are some other people that Doki has collabed with in the past? Let me. I need to go back and look. Chibi. Could add Chibi. Let's see. Who else is there that I could add? What if I just added BTD6 Monkey? What if I just added other characters from video games? I feel like that'd be funny. Monkey. I don't know why it took me this long to remember Dragoons. It would be, now that I think it would be also hilarious to have just Dragoons with different hats, and those would be other the other streamers that Doki has collabed with in the past. Let's take a peek in the Discord, the Game Jam Discord. Okay, so from what I'm understanding is that they're from what I'm understanding, it seems like the genre might be, or the theme of the game might be selected for us, but that doesn't mean that the theme has to contradict the game genres, or conflict, I should say, with the game genres that I'm already have. It looks like there's a lot of good resources that I could potentially use over the coming days. I'm already fairly familiar with Godot. Plus it's open source, which is something that I really like about Godot. So that's probably what I'm going to keep with. Oh, what version of... I don't think we're on 4.5 yet. I think we're still on 4.4. We're on 4.41, so we're not at 4.5 yet. So I'll probably just use the latest version of Godot. So I can't think of anything else. I'll probably be live sometime later when more details are clear. So, because apparently there's going to be a stream later about that stuff. Dokibird Game Jam. Because it starts in 5 hours. That's why I said that this is day 0.5 because allegedly there will be more people, or not more people, but there'll be more information like when the game jam actually starts. I don't know. I was literally skimming, so I don't know. So I'm actually going to have to go through and read, which is very difficult. Reading is difficult. Okay, yeah, so they're saying theme in 5 hours, so I'm going to assume okay. So after doing a little bit of reading, it seems like there's gonna be at this point 4 hours. There's going to be a theme revealed. In about 4-ish hours. Still like close to 5, but I think I have a decent outline. I'll have to get resources ready and start looking at stuff in order to develop, but I feel like I have an okay baseline. I don't want to get too overwhelmed with like, can I or can I not be able to feasibly do this? So I'm gonna leave it here and see how it goes in 5 hours. So I'm gonna end stream here, short stream, but we'll come back later and see how things are cracking. Okay, bye.